Prime Minister Justin Trudeau says his government is focused on ensuring that punishing tariffs on Canadian exports to the U.S. are not imposed next week.
Tariffs that the President speaks of for next week are centered around the fentanyl crisis that they're facing in the United States, but that we are also facing in Canada. And for months now, I've been emphasizing that less than 1% of the fentanyl that arrives in the United States comes from Canada. But we know that even that 1% or less than 1% should be reduced, which is why we've invested $1.3 billion in strengthening our border capacities with Black Hawk helicopters, with drones, with 10,000 people patrolling our borders and keeping Canadians and Americans safe. And we will continue, as we are this week, with ministers and heads of agencies, including the Commissioner of the RCMP and the head of the CBSA and our fentanyl czar, down in Washington to demonstrate that this is an issue that we should be working together on, and that Canada is not the source of problems for the United States. We will continue to do that work and do everything necessary to avoid these tariffs coming in. But like I said, if on Tuesday there are unjustified tariffs brought in on Canada, we will have an immediate and extremely strong response, as Canadians expect.
What is your message to Canadian businesses who are worried that they're not going to be able to survive?
Well, I think one of the messages that has been made clear to businesses across this country and by governments, but not only by governments, by Canadians, is that in this country, we stick up for each other. The number of people who are making choices to buy Canadian, to support a local producer, to buy local agricultural products, businesses that are looking to strengthen their supply chains to include small businesses from across this country instead of south of the border. So yeah, if tariffs get brought in, it's going to be hard on Canadians and Canadian businesses. It'll also be hard on Americans and American businesses, which is a point we're busy making south of the border every chance we get.
Trudeau's comments coming in the wake of U.S. President Donald Trump's announcement that the taxes will in fact be implemented next Tuesday as scheduled. Trudeau says if the tariffs do come into effect, Canada will have a, quote, immediate and extremely strong response.